This couple wanted to adopt a baby to add to their family. They wanted to adopt a baby that had already been born. So they went down to the agency, filled out all the paperwork, paid the fee, and brought home their new baby. When they got home, they put the baby down on the floor, and the most awful thing happened. The baby eliminated right there on the floor in front of the couple. They were flabbergasted. But then the husband remembered something he saw on television. He remembered that he was told that he must establish a leadership position, show the baby who was boss, or the baby would take over the entire household. So the dad took the baby's head and squished it all in the baby's pee and poop. I don't personally know of anyone who is doing this to their human kids, but sadly, even in the year 2011, I have heard of people doing this to their fur kids. They don't know that there's a much more humane and easy way to potty train a dog. Why is this discussion important? Well, according to behaviorist and author Ian Dunbar, potty training issues are the #1 cause of pet dog death. Dunbar explains that when dogs are not properly potty trained, they're often sent to live outside. Dogs who live outside away from the family in social isolation can develop all sorts of behavior issues. Dogs with behavior issues usually get sent to shelters, and because they have issues, no one wants to adopt them, so they are often killed in the shelters. So even if you don't have a pet dog, this information could be important. It might be something that you can share with someone, especially if you know that they are abusing their dog because they don't know a better way to potty train. And why should you listen to me about potty training? Well, I do have dog training experience. I am an educator by profession. I have worked at shelters for 8 years, and I have been a pet parent for 20 years. So let's look at potty training. We're going to break it down into 3 easy steps, going from inside the house to outside. First, we'll talk about prevention and what to do if prevention fails, and finally, what to do if the dog does eliminate properly outside. First of all, watch your dog like a hawk. It's important that your dog never gets the opportunity to potty in the house, so he or she won't develop that habit. One way to do this is to use a Euro leash, because you can attach one end to your dog and one end to yourself so you know what your dog is doing at all times. If you are persistent, your dog would not have the opportunity to occasionally potty in the house. Now this bears repeating. If you are persistent, your dog will not have the opportunity to occasionally potty in the house. In other words, just remember the acronym POOP, or poop. So what happens if you drop the ball, you're not watching your dog, and he or she does potty in the house? Well, the main thing to remember is that it's not the dog's fault that you weren't watching him or her, and the dog doesn't know any better until you teach him or her. So you simply just clean it up. You don't scold, you don't yell, you don't hit, you don't smush the dog's face into the elimination. You just clean it up. You will need to clean with an enzyme cleaner to eliminate all traces of the smell, so that way the dog won't want to go back and re-eliminate in that area. There are several different types of enzyme products on the market. Nature's Miracle is one of the more well-known brands. So now you know what to do inside the house. What do we do outside when the dog eliminates properly? Well, you praise the dog highly, give the dog a very tasty treat, and make sure you give the treat right when the dog eliminates. Don't wait until the dog runs back in the house, because he or she will think that the treat is for running back into the house. Make sure you praise excitedly. Make sure you treat. In other words, be sure to praise enthusiastically and excitedly. Repeating that, remember to praise enthusiastically and excitedly. Just remember the acronym PEE. I'm going to conclude this presentation with a poem. Today we discussed potty training. It's something you have to do whether it's sunny or raining. We talked about 3 easy steps that will keep you from complaining. The first main point of this talk was to watch your dog like a hawk. Make sure he is somewhere you can see so he won't get a chance to eliminate improperly. The next step is to clean with an enzyme so your dog won't return to the scene of the crime. The final step is easy, you see. Just remember the acronym PEE. When your dog goes outside to wee, praise her excitedly and enthusiastically. If I covered everything, this speech would be too long. For more details, log on to stubbypuddin.com. Thank you.